Turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up! Oh my God! So bad.
Do you spell that?
What is everybody? Welcome to the Winners Love. Let's go. Presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. Choose your offer and find out why. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. How are you doing our bets tonight, Dev?
We missed the biggest one.
The lock.
The lock.
Yeah.
But we had a good day.
We did have a good day. We're also in the Toyota Lounge, driven by our Front Range Toyota Stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. I got Harrison Wynn in the building.
Man, I love Game 5s. Nothing like a Nuggets Game 5.
Nothing like it.
Last Game 5, the Jokic masterclass against Minnesota. This Game 5, another masterclass.
This one by Jamal Murray. Over here is D-Line Co.
Let's go!
Papa Murray is back.
Let's go! We're so back! Oh my God!
The Macometer.
What's up, guys?
And then rounding out the show, Superstar Dev.
That was fun from start to finish.
No, it's fun.
At no point did I.
Well,
No.
Can I tell you why?
I was happy they retired.
Can I tell you why? Because the Nuggets never trailed.
That's what happened.
They never trailed.
never trailed?
I think they tied, but I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't think
That tracks.
They never trailed.
I will look it up. You're right. They never trailed in this game. Well done.
Stats man over there.
Stats, man. Nuggets get the win in Game 5, 131 to 115. So much for a defensive battle. The
I know.
series had been a defensive battle
So
until
much for no
tonight.
blowouts.
Hey, the floodgates
So much
were
for the
open.
best player in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard.
Yep. Best player in the series. Best player in the series.
Man,
Careful.
Jamal Murray, one of the best games of his life at the exact right moment in time when the Nuggets needed it most as they take a 3-2 lead. Let's go for a fast breakdown, shall we, boys?
Let's do it.
Relive this one. Great start from the Nuggets, especially
Okay.
AG and Jamal for story. Hey, that one did tell the story tonight. Those guys were off to a great start. The Nuggets came out ready. The Clippers did not. All night long, they had weird energy, but right from the get-go, you could see it. The Nuggets were hungry tonight. They were hungry.
Dude, I'm
Nuggets
hungry.
were just not guarding Chris Dunn, and he got pulled. Do you remember early on the strategy was like, they're just not going to guard him. Ball kept finding him. There were 4 minutes of bonus time, but the Nuggets just dominated that first period, man. They dominated early. Middle was whatever, and at the end, they slammed the door shut on the first quarter, 35-23 Nuggets. Second quarter, Russ taking horrible shots.
But they went
And
in.
making them all.
They just went in.
Every single one.
Classic giveth.
He was on fire.
Classic.
13 points right out of the package. He came out with a chip on his shoulder.
Yo.
His foot was hurt. That
It was
guy-
inflamed.
He
Foot-
is
foot was
12
inflamed.
times more athletic than I am. Fully healthy feet.
Yeah.
Was his foot inflated? Is that what
I
it
have
was?
no idea, but that guy
seemed
was
like he had
crazy.
more bounce.
Murray still hot. Bogey and Kawhi started scoring in that second quarter. And then, honestly, the Nuggets had this game in the bag, even in the second quarter. Chris Dunn hit 3 threes in a row.
Yep.
Only reason it kind of looked close, 67-59 Nuggets onto the third quarter. Nuggets come out. You know they're going to make adjustments. So let's see who sets the tone. Nuggets 5-0 lead, and they call a quick timeout. The Clippers called a rage timeout. And then out of that timeout, did it work? Absolutely not. Jamal was still cooking. We have Murray flurries. We call it that. He was good in the first. He was good in the second. He was good in the third. He was good in the fourth.
It was the game we've been asking for
have been
6 months.
Harden, then they made an adjustment in this game. They're going to put Harden on Jokic and see what happens. Clippers got into the bonus with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They went to a super small lineup, no Simmons, no Zubats, and it actually kind of worked. Nuggets had a mini collapse in that third quarter that felt bad until Jamal Murray hit a 3.
You remember that shot the only shot that Ben Simmons took?
I do remember it.
He shot himself out of the game, actually.
It's like when Jokic missed the shot the other day. Everyone's like, that's a pass. Ben Simmons, I think it was a pass.
We were like, yeah, no. If they did it for Ben Simmons, we're like, I think that was just a turnover.
Hell of a shot.
Not even a shot. It was just turnover.
Ben Simmons was looking for AG. He's like, where's AG? He's down there somewhere.
Finale, that's what they do here.
Russ 3 and a CB 3 to end the third quarter, which was awesome because it did get a little hairy, and it was 99-83 Nuggets. MPJ had a 3 to open the fourth quarter. Then Murray kind of rolled an ankle. I got a little worried. And then there was this 12-2 Clippers run, and we all were like, oh, God, here it comes again. They're going to make it close. It was down to 9 with 4 minutes to go, but Jamal clinched it with a couple of tough buckets to blow the doors off. The Nuggets 2 games in a row had 22-point lead in the fourth quarter, fellas. 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's encouraging. All right, Red Hawk Roofing, big takeaways. Superstar Dev, start us off.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. I'm going to save you guys the big guy. I'm going to save you guys the man of the night. My big takeaway in this one was the Nuggets desperately needed a spark. They needed some energy. They needed a guy that can give them his all the entire time that he's out there. Insert Mr. Giveth. Mr. Giveth. Russell
Mr.
Westbrook
Giveth?
had an
Little Mr. Giveth?
incredible game. Like an incredible game.
He really did.
He did not play in that last game, and the Nuggets struggled mightily off the bench to where they didn't even want to look at the bench. There has been arguments about if they should go with Jalen Pickett. I have not heard that name in so damn long.
It's been 84 years.
It's been so damn long.
Adelman's on a literal picket line.
He's on a picket. Because Russell Westbrook is
he
playing out of
crossed
his
it.
mind. He played out
Can
of
I
his mind
pick
in
it?
that one.
No.
8 of 15 from the field, knocked down multiple three-pointers, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. But he just got downhill. He attacked the entire time. He outscored the Nuggets bench in this game for the entire series alone. It's been probably months since anybody had a game like that. But
Off the bench,
Off the
21
bench.
points. I honestly wonder
that
how
just
long.
doesn't happen. Like, he was the difference maker in that game. Hat tip to Russell Westbrook.
Hat tip,
Definitely.
man.
Here's to you, little Mr.
21
little
points,
Mr. Giveth.
3 of 6. And like I said, some of those shots in that first stint of his were like, what the heck? And he kept making them all. All
Yep.
of them. He was incredible.
All right, listen. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. Well, this is unfortunate. About time for Kale to leave the controls. That's okay. I'll leave the big guy to you guys too. I'm not.
He wanted to fire it up
Just
so
do
bad.
it.
But you
Oh,
can't adjust the camera.
No. I'll leave you guys with the big
I
guys.
noticed that was
so
right
modest.
as you talked and Kale got up for the station.
No.
You know what? You know what? Don't be modest anymore.
Okay,
Don't
all
be
right.
modest no more.
No, I honestly, all right. I want to actually go to a player that fire it up, Cal! Jamal Murray, playoff Murray. I just stole this directly from the chat. It was not a Murray flurry. It was a Murricane. It lasted all 4 quarters. There was the eye in the middle. That was halftime. This was big destruction from Jamal Murray. We knew it was coming. We kept pleading. We kept waiting. We knew it was here. And why? Because we kept the faith. We're devout. We are pious.
We're so devout. We're so
we
pious.
know that the basketball gods, much like Russell Westbrook, giveth and taketh. Tonight, they gaveth because we have been so inside ourselves. We allowed this series to come to us. We didn't let the podcasts out there shake
pods,
our.
man,
we didn't
the
let the
pods were going,
We heard
man.
we heard the
What are
pods
the pods
talking.
going to
Couldn't
talk
be
about?
us.
We heard
Couldn't
the
be us.
pods mentioning the hive mind got involved. Is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the NBA? I don't know. Maybe. Check out next time here at the pod. Subscribe. What a beautiful night, man. This is exactly what you wanted to see from your Denver Nuggets. We have 3 alarm clocks, which will officially debut later. 3 down, 13 to go. God, 13 to go.
Hey, man, it's a long slog. It's all right. We're here for it. It's a fun slog. Harrison?
Whew, I don't know how to follow that up, man. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. I got to give a shout out to MPJ, man.
Yes.
38 minutes. He was a game high plus 34.
What a beast.
Plus 34 playing with one arm. And that's not like hyperbole. The guy cannot use his other arm. Going for rebounds, he goes in with his right hand. Like, if he's going for a steal, it's one arm. And he hit 3 threes also. I mean, just a gutsy performance from him, man. And you have a lot of respect for him for what he's been through and what he's battled back from the back surgeries. But playing through this injury and playing as well as he is through this injury just raises that respect level. I got a lot of respect for him just to go out there and play this many minutes and play winning basketball.
That's a great shout out.
A great
man.
night for MPJ, and they need him. They need him for the spacing, just for his size, and he's delivering, man.
He really is, man. He really, I mean, it's funny because his night is kind of like a lot of nights, stat line wise. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. You might look at that and think, oh, maybe he didn't do his job. He did his
Right.
job tonight.
He did, man.
100% did his job
Did
at
his
a high
job.
level. I'm going to break the Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway code here. The
What?
unwritten code of like not having the same big takeaway, but I got to go back to it. Because what other big
Bro.
takeaway is there than that Jamal
The
Murray?
code, bro.
The code. Breaking the code, man. Live by my own code. Jamal Murray, man, I was worried he didn't have this in him. Not like, now the question is how often can he get here? Because we know he ramps up. But we'll worry about that down the road. I wasn't sure he could get to this level one time.
Yep.
And the Nuggets desperately needed it in a 2-2 series. Game 5, this was the night to have it. And it's not 43 points. It wasn't like, oh, he got some shots off. No, he was great the whole game.
Whole game.
And we saw this. We talked about it on the pregame show. Murray was getting to his spots. Murray was running and playing the point guard. He just wasn't making anything. Tonight he did. And you know what? The Nuggets dominated the Clippers. Forget the score, 16 points. It's
Forget
like, oh,
the
whatever.
score.
Forget the score. Nuggets
cares?
owned them. They owned every quarter.
They did.
Jamal Murray owned every quarter. The Clippers looked, people on the timeline were like, are the Clippers disinterested? No, they're shell-shocked.
Yeah.
Because they're taking arrows left and right. Jamal Murray
Blue
reached a
ones.
level, like, we all have this thing where we're like, do we believe in the Nuggets this year? Do we not? The depth, all of this. It's all predicated on the fact that we just don't know who Murray is anymore. We don't know what he can be. Tonight, he gave us a glimpse of what he can be, and we thought maybe he can't be anymore. But now we know he can.
Yep.
Or maybe this is what he is.
And maybe it's what he is. And that's why tonight was so encouraging, because it wasn't just a hot shooting night. He dominated. He was the alpha on the court tonight for both teams, and it was just the Jamal Murray show. And as a result, this Clippers team, that was the hottest team in the NBA, that all the pods have been talking about after game 1, after game 2, after game 3, after
It's
game
just
4.
the turnovers. Just once they get those under
Once
control.
if they just didn't have that, they
Yeah.
would have won all. There'd be
Moral
a sweep.
victory
It'd
for
be a
them in
sweep.
game 1.
But now you watch a game like this with Jamal at this level, and you go, wait a second, one of these teams is way better than the other. Jamal Murray, man.
He was outstanding. And when he's playing to this level, not only do you not question, what the Nuggets can be, but you put them in a tier that's way above what they truly are. You
Right.
say that they're like one of the best teams in the world. They could be contenders. This is what it looks like when your number 2 shows up. And he was the alpha. He truly was the alpha in this game. And they don't lose games when he plays like that.
No.
It just doesn't happen. Because before this game, we talked about what it looks like when they're on the same page, when there's cohesion, all that goes out the window when he plays like this. We didn't even have to hear about Jokic in this game. He didn't have to have one of those, Herculean type of efforts in this one, because Jamal Murray just elevated his game. And it wasn't only the scoring, although that was incredible to see. You could tell that he read everything that the
Yes.
Clippers gave him from the very beginning. He was like seeing things that are happening. He has 7 assists. He only had 1 turnover in the game, but he was not getting sped up. He was not, jump to passing. He was not he slowed down and saw where they were coming from. And it's like, oh, I already saw that. I watched film. I know you're going to be there. I'm going to skip it across. I'm going to knock down this 3 in your face. I'm going to get downhill and finish with either hand. I'm going to make the extra pass, and I'm going to play, incredible defense. That was the full package Jamal Murray type of game, and playoff Murray might have arrived.
Yeah, I think you're right. Man, beautiful.
It's his
What
best
a night.
game. Honestly, I think it's his best game since the title run. I don't think he had a single game. I know he had the game winners. None of the games from last year touched this one, in my
Oh, you
opinion.
mean the best playoff game?
Yeah, best playoff game.
Yeah.
It might be his best game, though, when you
Best
consider
game.
how,
I mean,
playoffs are
he had the
harder.
50-pointer.
I know, but
he did it across all 4 quarters.
I know you
too.
mean.
But
And
this is against a great
I
defense,
agree
one of
with
the
you.
best in the NBA, in a playoff setting where all these adjustments have already come into play. Like, these teams know how to guard Denver, and he still gave them that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was exceedingly impressive, because it did seem like the Clippers just had to be physical with Jamal Murray, and he was going to wilt, and it was going to be the same story.
Oh, Chris Dunn, man, is there a better defender than
Not
him?
since wilt. He's not wilting. He's going to be strong. He's going to knock down his shots. He had these open shots the last all of these games.
made
It's
them tonight
He wasn't
early.
making them. Yes, and as soon as he starts hitting the 3, it's just hilarious. The conversation about spacing just goes out the window. It's like they don't know what to do. Michael Porter Jr. is hitting. Jamal Murray is hitting. Russell Westbrook is hitting. The craziest thing is that they didn't ever even have to really rely on Jokic. They, even after spacing it all out, they didn't even rely on the space that Jokic then benefited from. This was just such a cruise control game, and you didn't expect it after the way that this series started. I thought for sure like every game was going to be an absolute nail biter. The Nuggets have destroyed the Clippers 2 games in a row.
Yep. They just had a collapse. They're one collapse away from 2 blowout wins.
One collapse. Murray,
One and a half collapses.
Murray hit a shot.
My man hit a shot.
He hit another shot.
He
hit another shot. He kept hitting shots. Kawhi Leonard didn't even want to switch onto him. Like I felt like that was something that you've seen in every other game where he put a lot of ISO defense on him and he got some steal. That one he really did make sure that he read that I'm not even going to put myself in situations like that. Also, I don't feel like Murray was attacking mismatches.
Yeah.
He did not care who was in front of him.
No, he didn't.
He did not care. He started getting saucy. That's when you know that Murray's feeling it, when he's like turning his body on shots. We saw a fake, blue arrow. He hasn't brought that out in a long time. He really was feeling it. And then it came to like even him tweaking his ankle. That's vintage Murray.
Jamal.
That's vintage Jamal. Like truly. That felt good. And I know it felt good for him to have that type of performance at that time.
It felt incredible for all of us. We're going to take a break. We're going to keep talking about Jamal, though, on the other side, but we also have to get to all these other players. Big night for Jamal, 43 points. Your Nuggets are up 3-2.
Big night for me.
Breck Brew is the official craft beer of DNVR. Check out all their beers. The West Coast Style IPA, the Ridge Runner, Avalanche Amber Ale, Mile High City, Fun Slinger, Good Company Hard Seltzers, if that's your thing as well. Breck Brew, they've been doing it for more than 33 years. And it all comes down to their love and passion.
And if you like DNVR
beer.
If you like DNVR and you like ALLCITY, Breck Brew was one of our first.
Day one.
They were one of our first
sponsors.
We are here today literally because of Breck Brew. So get a Fun Slinger.
Made with 100% renewable energy. Gotta love that. You can check out their beer locator at breckbrew.com to find a brew near you. So many different beers. And, go out to the farmhouse. They're always cooking up some new batch, some new, IPA or something out there. Great food as well. Bring the whole family. They got, live music out there during the summer. So check out their beer locator, breckbrew.com, to find a brew near you. Also, shout out to Raising Cane's and the Raising Cane's Flavor Fast.
Bro, I could go for 30 to 40 tenders right now.
Get Flavor Fast at Raising Cane's right now from their hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and the secret cane sauce that is made in restaurant every single day. Are you hungry yet? Dive into Flavor Flav's faves. What are you waiting for? It's Cane's O'Clock, Raising Cane's, chicken fingers, one love. Best chicken fingers out there. Not even debatable. The secret cane sauce.
Did they just tell you to dive into Flava Flav?
I think they did. That's where I'm diving.
Oh, man.
That sauce made in restaurant every single day. Chicken fingers, the crispy crinkle cut fries, buttery Texas toast. I know I'm just making Dev hungry right now the more I go on. That secret cane sauce. Raising Cane's. Get Flavor Fast at Raising Cane's.
Let's go.
Let's go. Back here at segment 2. The other thing about Murray's night tonight, I'm not saying you could see it, but early on, he just had it right away.
He was aggressive, man.
He was so aggressive.
He was aggressive.
And sometimes when he gets his shot, like he's one of those guys that you can kind of tell by how confident he releases the ball as it's going in. He had that right from the jump. You see it right,
in his form. It's like once he starts to get, like Dev said, like his torso starts to turn and like there's just, he doesn't rise up. It's just like his legs kick out. There's just like a swag. Yeah. And it's crazy because he missed his first shot. It was a layup.
Yeah, it was a layup.
That's right.
It was like, man, we're in for a terrible
but you can
night.
tell, like, that's not like the Jamal Murray we've seen every game this series. Like, he took it right to the rim right away.
Yep.
Was a great look, just missed it, and then came back down and just stayed in that aggressive mindset, man. Like, he's gotten to these spots and gotten these shots, and he's just missed them so far in this series, and we knew the makes could be coming, but it was just like a mindset thing from the beginning with him. It was different tonight than it's been so far in the series.
You know who else is having a really good series, in my opinion?
Who's that?
David Adelman.
I agree.
Because while there have been moments where people have questioned, key decisions about, timeouts and different things like that, you look at how the Nuggets have adjusted throughout the series and how prepared the team is. And I know Ty Lue's great. They've got all this versatile team. They can do all these different things. Denver is prepared for all of these little adjustments. And the Clippers showed another one tonight. Harden on him. The team, to me, is together right now, and they are prepared. And that's what coach's job.
Yeah, they looked really prepared tonight. I mean, for everything the Clippers threw their way, especially how the Clippers started. And the Clippers were, the ones that were thinking, okay, how do we adjust and whatnot? But, I mean, Adelman had a tough job tonight, putting Russell Westbrook back into the lineup.
Very tough, man.
Very tough. And I thought he handled it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest.
Yeah.
He rode with him when he was hot, when he was in giveth mode. And then I thought he took him out at exactly the right time in the fourth quarter.
Perfect
He honestly could not have played it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he played all the hits, really. When you take Russell Westbrook out when he's hot, because you start to see it simmer down, like that's the right hits. He's trying to get out there and tell Michael Porter Jr. what to do, like, defensively.
Yeah.
He's, like, telling him to spray. Like, he's calling the timeout at the right time. I love the way that they pick up James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, like, early before they get into the front court.
Yep.
Like, that's just adjustments. That's like reading what they have done, and that's a lot of film. You know that they're watching a lot of film of, like, hey, this is what you do in this spot. And then if they make a mistake, he calls a timeout or he stops them right then and there. So they're learning on the fly of, no, we can't do that more. And then we're going to go back to the same plays. They ran the same play like 3 or 4 times in a row because it hit 3 or 4 times in a row. I'm okay with doing that until they have to adjust.
Spam that pick and roll.
Spam it. They don't even have to go into the pick and roll. They're actually running plays. There's like actual action and sets that they're going out with because they know that the Clippers are like just defeated. They're at a very bad defensive spot. We're going to put you in more spots. We're going to make you move around. I love that right now. And they put up 130 against the number 1 defense right now. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, no. Clippers looked old tonight to me. Like, their stars looked old tonight. We'll see. I mean, obviously they're traveling. They have to come to Denver. You have to, you maybe grant a little bit of grace based on that. But, like,
They also had 3 days off.
I know. If you're telling me that Kawhi Leonard and James Harden are the guys that are going to lead the Clippers to the promised land, and I'm watching tonight's game, like, whew, I don't know. The Pods are talking in a different direction. The Pods are going to be talking in a different direction.
What's really exciting to me about tonight, and really about this series, and you can even extend it to the 3 games David Adelman had before that, this team is winning the way they win when they're great. Mm-hmm. They're not winning with something, they don't look different. They look like the championship team. Are they good enough? Are they deep enough? Those questions, I'm not saying those questions are answered. I'm saying stylistically, they look like they are returning or reborn into the form that is familiar to them. But it's true. I'm being cheeky here, but it really is that's what's so exciting about it is this just all looks familiar. Jamal had a big game. Team defensively is connected and doing this stuff. Guys are stepping up and playing with who looked more confident tonight? Not even when the game opened up, but in the first quarter, the second quarter, who looked more confident?
Do you feel like they're reborn, the Nuggets?
The Nuggets are
Kale,
like reborn.
Fired up.
We have a reborn meter.
Certified Adelman.
No, there it is. Certified Adelman. But I mean,
they are reborn.
I mean, they look like reborn as the same, though. That's the point, is that they look familiar.
Look, man, I mean, we've been saying it for, I don't even know how long, 5 years. When Jamal Murray is this Jamal Murray in the playoffs, it just changes everything. It's this simple. And you're like, wow, this is what this team looks like when they have this kind of number 2 option. They look unbeatable.
Yeah.
They have the scoring. And in the playoffs, we've been saying it all season. We've been saying it for years. In the playoffs, they do defend. Nikola Jokic ups his level of defense in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has really upped his level of defense in the playoffs. And the team just gets more connected. And that's what we've seen like across this series. The defense has been great overall. Like that's probably been what's gone under the radar the most this series. Like the Nuggets defense has been good.
Yeah.
Like it's been fine. Like you really don't feel like the Clippers are just like giving them anything they can't really handle, and they are connected. Like David Adelman's been saying.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Let's move on now. Another guy who's having a good series, Aaron Gordon. 23 points from him, 7 of 11 from the field. Just playing some hard-nosed basketball, defensive, rebounding, making big plays. What'd you see from him tonight?
I feel like he answered the call every time, and I feel like it was a low key monster game from him.
It was.
Yeah, low key monster game.
Like a low key, it doesn't even go. But like 23 points, they seem quiet.
They
like
were.
he just knows
came
where to
in
be.
big moments, too.
On the court. Yeah, big moments. He's shooting like bank shots on turnarounds. This wasn't even like one of those games where it's just all physicality. I don't feel like he had to like use his power, too much in this game. It wasn't just all athleticism. I really do feel like he's turning defense into offense. He's making Kawhi work. He's like making reads to where I feel like the Clippers are having to reject their first and second option because like he blows it up. Like he's making some high IQ defensive plays that is putting a wrinkle in the Clippers offense, and then he's turning it to points on the other end. This was a game that he didn't have to get into like a lot of reboundings. He didn't have to set the tone with like setting guys up because the guards didn't bring the pressure up. So he was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just apply pressure the entire time. He goes 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 8 of 9.
He's 15 of 18 from the line in the series.
He's not missing, so now you can't foul him. He's scoring. He's keeping plays alive the entire time, and like it's just a great sight to see right now. He looks springy. He looks awoke. He looks alive, and you want that from your guy. And I don't even feel like he's exerting
woke.
too much energy right now. Like he doesn't look banged up at all. You love to see that from Aaron Gordon right now.
Man, that's the most beautiful thing is that like all of the Nuggets are rounding into form. They are all reborn. They are all coming. They like these are the guys that I have like suspended, like getting my license plate renewed for, and like making new friends, and like cleaning up my home, things like that, like that I have put on the back burner because I just am following these Denver Nuggets, and they just like this is the team, man. This is the squad. It's like you're not thinking about, oh man, I wish we had KCP. I wish we had Bruce Brown. I wish we had Uncle Jeff. It's like, bro, like these 5 guys together with Christian Brown. We haven't got there yet. He had a great game also, but Aaron Gordon looks like Aaron Gordon. Like when you put those 4 guys specifically together, MPJ, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, and you just like an AG, like what are you gonna? Come on, man! New rankings out. New rankings out. New rankings dropping in the morning.
You mentioned Michael Porter, but you know what? It's cool about Porter. In a weird way, it's almost like this shoulder injury, and maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just playoffs because he did this in the championship year and he was not injured there. But it's almost like limitation has like sharpened his focus on the important thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because now he
he's
can't
playing
dribble
more in a role than he normally would probably.
and he seems very content in that too. And
Yeah, he's not trying to do anything else.
yeah. So I mean, it's funny he's playing so great.
That's a crazy thing to think about. Like usually people use like their strength as like their biggest weapon, and then you take that weapon away, and what else do they have? And Michael Porter Jr. is a player that he makes a lot of low IQ plays. Like that's what he's known for. They took away his like arms right now. So he's like, okay, how am I gonna, dissect the game, or how am I gonna like make myself useful in this game? And now he's like making the right reads, making the right plays, keeping the ball out of his hands. He's not trying to like put the ball on the ground, and he's creating so much gravity, but at times he has to step up and he has to score. He has to knock down a 3-pointer. And I know that he's really willing himself into every single game because like he really is banged up. He really is hurt to the fact that he's openly saying that he's hurt. And he's still playing, still giving everything that he has. He was a plus 34 in this game.
What? I just did the math. That doesn't even add up.
That just doesn't even make sense. Like
Plus 34.
every single moment he was out there was perfection.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that doesn't even like really this game doesn't make sense to like show how good he was. They only won by 16 points.
Tells me 2 things though, Deb, because one flaw of the Nuggets' roster is that they only have 2 shooters. And that one, I think the Nuggets have probably really figured out how to put pressure on this defense when they can space the floor properly, and they can't in those other minutes. And 2, one of the things you lose with Michael Porter traditionally is the defense, but it also tells me that they've learned how to defend with him and that he is stepping up to do his role in that. So this is why playoff series are so great. Is teams have to look at themselves, find their weaknesses, try to shore it up, look at other teams, try to find their weaknesses, and apply pressure. And you get to see that cat and mouse game. That's why, to me, it is meaningful that the Nuggets have had 20-point leads in the fourth quarter, 2 games in a row. They are finding the pressure points, and they are shoring up their own.
Yeah. And you haven't noticed really him on defense because I think he's been decent defensively.
Yeah.
These last couple of games since the injury, funny enough. It really has kind of honed his focus, you feel like. But Clippers aren't really targeting him. I mean, maybe that changes. I don't know. Maybe you try to get him into some foul trouble. But he's held his own, man. And that scared me, sorry. And just a lot of respect to him.
Yeah, a lot of respect. All right, let's take another break.
Before we do, can we bring up the shirts we launched? I just been launching shirts. Just dropping
launching in the lab.
Look at this.
Look at that 27 Sugar
one.
Skull one, man.
I know it.
could that be?
It obviously has no connection to any player, alive or otherwise. But it just feels right. You know what I mean? For this moment,
Kind of looks like John Leguizamo.
a little bit. Yeah, dude. It's actually, if I'm being real, that's former.
These shirts are so dope. Also, they're the highest quality. You're gonna love them. Peanut butter and jelly, baby.
Yes, let's
peanut
go.
butter and jelly.
Yes.
Are we breaking?
Yeah, that was a break.
All right.
He interrupted the break.
Sorry.
Empire Today, hit them up for all your flooring needs. They are the best in the business. Just like your favorite team needs a home court advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage. That's where Empire Today comes in. Flooring experts that just are focused on floors. It's all they do. It's all they think about. They are your go-to guys. Don't go to those big box stores, wander endless aisles. Don't be scrambling, looking for somebody to come up and help you. Call Empire Today. They'll walk you through the process. They'll give you the best customer service, customer care. They'll give you the attention you need for a big project like your floors. You get $350 off, a $350 discount with the code DNVR. Restrictions apply. Visit Empire Today/DNVR for full details. You can schedule a free in-home estimate with Empire Today because some things are just better at home. DNVR listeners, you guys can get $350 off. So if you're thinking about doing your floors,
Bro.
go to Empire Today. Use the discount DNVR. Get a $350 discount. Empire Today/DNVR.
I'm feeling some kind of way. I just kind of want to do some new flooring. You know what I mean? I feel it. I just want to spread it.
There you go. Denver's best roofers. They're on the DNVR team. They've been for quite a while. You know, talk about people who have been with us from almost the beginning. Red Hawk Roofing they're the best roofers in Denver, and they'll also talk about the Nuggets with you. I mean, what's a better combo than that? So if you have any roofing needs, hit them up. Decades of experience, the quickest response time, best estimators and contractors around. And 720-771-8921 is their phone number, redhawkroofing.com. They'll give you a free roof and property inspection and a free in-depth photo report for all inspections as well. You can't always see how bad the damage to your roof is from the ground. So call them up, 720-771-8921, redhawkroofing.com. Tell them we sent you.
Let's go.
Is that it? Mm-hmm. We're back. All right, back here, segment 3. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. We're doing this for every single post-game show. This show's blowing up, man. The DNV army is coming together right now.
The diehards are assembling.
The diehards are assembling.
The brand...
2,600 people hanging out right now.
Shout
Get it
out.
past 3,000.
And all of the new diehards we've accumulated over the past week to add to our big wad of diehards.
Yeah. The DNVR cult growing.
The wad.
Christian Braun remains fantastic. A double-double tonight, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. James Harden didn't have himself that good of a night tonight, fellas.
That good of a night. The dude was invisible.
I think he got
What's the
locked up
playoffs,
in
right?
Browntown.
Oh my god. He was in Browntown. They locked the gates, could not get out.
Call it collect
Just
from
running
Browntown.
around. Running
Hey,
around the
where are you
town
at?
square.
Public
TAUN.
public intoxication in Browntown.
I mean, honestly, man, Christian
Thrown in
Braun.
the slammer.
I'll let you start on this one, D-Line. What'd you think of him tonight? 5 of 8 from the field?
I thought he was
That
beautiful.
3 right before the end of the first? Or was it, or halftime? What quarter was that?
It was at the end of the
At
third.
the end of the third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was at the end of the third. I believe he has acquitted himself of the James Harden doesn't see him allegations. He was incredible defensively. he was everything you needed him to be. He hit the big shots. He drove to the lane. I mean, he drove to the basket. Like, he ran the fast break. It was just like everything you needed Christian Braun to do, he did tonight. There's such harmony between the five starters right now. Granted, everything works better if Jamal's just hitting every shot he takes. Like, it just gets easier and easier for everybody else. But to that point, like, he rose to that level. Like, all the guys are just, I mean, they're just playing, man. They look like the Denver Nuggets. I love it. Like, Christian Braun is a seamless fit into that starting lineup. This was the biggest question we had coming into this year, is whether or not the loss of KCP was going to be damning to this starting lineup. And early returns are, no, he's still good. They're still good.
Yeah.
There has to be a jail in Browntown, right?
Oh,
there has to.
It's only a single cell jail, though.
James Harden was in there.
Yeah, he was.
He was in there.
He occupied
It
it.
was 23-hour lockdown.
Yeah.
There's not much room for anything else. He probably got a play or two. Everybody gets that out.
Yeah, I did.
But that was it.
So
he was truly
some
locked in.
shallow
He does not seem to be having a good time. And since that first game, I feel like Christian Braun had to read what was happening. And then, like, he had to, like, say, like, this is what they're going to do. This is the type of actions they're going to put me in. And then from there, I feel like he has been so locked in defensively. And that has been, like, the difference is people are now starting to defend alongside him and around him. And that's where that chemistry comes from. That's where you have to have people on the same page, because I do feel like he's been given this effort. But if other people around you are not giving it as well, it's hard to be a one-man army defensively. He's now starting to score.
Yep.
That's when it gets scary, is when he's locking down James Harden on one end of the floor. Then he's pissing him off on that end of the floor. And now he could knock down a three-pointer and let the crowd hear it. Now he could go downhill and get fouled, or go finish around the rim and let the crowd hear it. Now you're getting under, the skin of the other team. James Harden's pissed the entire time that he's out there, and that's what Christian Braun is. He's a deterrent. Like, he wants to piss you off the entire time, and we're starting to see more and more of that. And that's what I love. That three-pointer, that was like more momentum that the Nuggets had going into the fourth quarter, where they just really shut the door on them. So Christian Braun, hell of a game on defense.
Yeah.
Hell of a game on offense. And we're starting to see that confidence start to, like, come out a little bit more.
James Harden sucked tonight.
Dude, he was non-factor. And
I know.
Harden had the massive game one.
Yeah.
And, like, it really does feel like when the Clippers offense is really going, it's Harden that's stirring the drink.
Yeah.
And when you cut him off, they just have no flow offensively. And I feel like in that game one, Harden, like, had his way. He dropped CB on a play. Like, he dominated that matchup. And I felt like CB was a little shook in that game. But ever since then, CB's been gaining a little confidence here and there. And then the dust up in
it's like it was then,
game
man.
4.
That was like,
I really feel like Christian Braun looked at James Harden in that moment and was like, okay, this guy's not all that. Like, I can get one over on this guy.
He's bothered by a obvious take
it's
foul.
like, okay, bro. Like, you had the game one. Like, I'm not that spooked anymore.
Yeah, he's like, look at me. I'm the captain now.
Yeah. And I mean, Christian Braun he's playing with a lot more confidence right now than he was earlier in the series. And it just seems like since that moment, things have really shifted in that matchup drastically.
Dude, there's so much quit in James Harden. I would be amazed if he comes back and has a good game next game. It's just like the story of his career. I don't really understand it. He's so supremely talented, but, like, we've just seen this over and over and over. Like, he just tails off. Hopefully he tails off even more. We get to clown him even more, but we'll wait.
James Harden is not even able to grift against Christian Braun because he plays awesome. Like,
yes.
Just straight up defense the entire time, where he's not getting baited the entire time. And then James Harden has to go off of, like, pure talent and stuff.
Yeah, and it's the playoffs. You don't get those goddamn calls.
And it's not working for him. And I really do think that the Clippers offense is predicated on if he's getting those fouls.
Totally.
Or if he's able to, do an ISO, step back. We don't see none of that right now. He's not doing the step backs. He's not doing the pick and rolls where he gets to dribble 100 times. He's not getting comfortable. And that really is, like, the biggest thing that Christian Braun has changed in this entire series right now, is because he's not able to do those things anymore. And he's, like, eliminating that. He really is playing incredible defense right now. If you just think about that alone, is James Harden does not look comfortable. He cannot get comfortable. And that's coaching, but it's also Christian Braun like studying what he's like seeing in James Harden and pushing him away from it.
100%, man. And we've been asking for it. This is what we needed from him in the playoffs. He
I
gives
can't
you a
believe they-
double-double tonight.
I can't believe the Nuggets don't know what to do until they listen to our podcast.
Dude, I'm telling you, sometimes
And they're like,
they-
are we supposed to play defense? This is all right. We'll try it.
Hey, man, you joke. We have to get to our UC Health Live Extraordinary Player of the Game.
Can I
We got to
guess?
get to
Who
it.
could it be?
Can I
'Cause
guess?
We had some
Can't, we don't
crazy
know.
good
We're the only
options.
ones who don't know.
We're
Is
the
it
only
Hunter
ones.
Tyson? Hunter Tyson.
He did hit a shot tonight. Zeke Naji, too, or made free throws.
Oh, Play Murray. Wow, you did him dirty.
Yeah, that was the photo. He's like 43. What? It was cute. He said. All right. Well, yeah. All right. It was very cute. After
Cute photo.
Can you
of
imagine
Jamal.
if you scored 43 points and they were like, find the cutest photo of him.
Dude, he looks
We
like
need a cute one.
He looks like there's a balloon on his head and he's at the carnival and you squirt water in his
he's
mouth
like,
until it pops.
UC Health is the official healthcare partner of DNVR Nuggets. UC Health Live Extraordinary. If we go to some quick negatives, we're not going to dwell here, but if we go to some quick, it's not even really negatives. This was a 7-man rotation. Peyton Watson, 8 minutes tonight. He was a +2, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. That might be it for him, like from here on out as you get deeper into it. Adelman, that sly dog at practice the other day, is like, we might expand the rotation, try
Well,
some new
he
stuff out.
kind of did in the first half.
Well, he played DeAndre and Ruggs tonight, which is kind of hilarious, the 2 veterans. But,
Yeah.
no Pickett tonight, which obviously the right call. Peyton Watson, very limited. That's probably just this series. You got to expand it, and if you make it to the next one, game 1, maybe 2.
Definitely.
But it does feel like he's like, all right, for starting 5, 2 vets. Peyton, you get a little run there.
Yeah, and I mean, if the starters can handle it, I'm all for it because that's how the Nuggets are going to win this series, and probably it's how they make a deep run if just this starting 5 with doses of Russell Westbrook can do it.
Yeah.
And like that's how they make a run in this postseason. And I thought Peyton did his job tonight.
Yeah, he did.
8 minutes. It was a good 8 minutes. Got a steal, got a block in there, and didn't try anything too crazy. Finished a lob.
Yeah.
That was sick.
That was big time. So I was happy with this game, and again, I was really happy with Adelman's rotations. I thought he pushed all the right buttons.
Yeah, I feel like with Peyton Watson, first off, defensively, he was incredible in that small stretch. And you think about that dunk. That was a momentum, play that stopped everything that the Clippers had going with him alongside Jokic. Jokic is the one that made that pass there. But also, this was a game that didn't call for a lot of Peyton Watson. They had it going on offensively. The defense was on the same page, and they're not looking for a Kawhi stopper right now. They're not looking for James Harden to slow down. So it's like we're gonna be on the go right now. There are gonna be say that the Nuggets advance, they are gonna need him a little bit more. They're gonna have to get some more minutes on the ball handlers that the Thunder have and things like that. But right now, they don't need that. So I think that they're just trying to ease them into it, have them go with that second unit, go out there and make some plays, get your feet wet, make it tough on defense the entire time. So like Harrison said, I do think that these were good Peyton Watson minutes.
Yeah.
That can't be a negative.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, just buying guys some time to catch their breath and not have to play the full game. This tonight felt very repeatable. We'll see. I mean, obviously, again, if you get this performance from Jamal Murray, you're going to win every game that you're in. But there was just a lot of things you saw from, and I agree with you, Adam. I think David Adelman had a great game. We were on the watch along. There were moments where it's like, all right, this is the perfect time to take Russ out.
And he's like,
And he takes it out.
It's almost
And,
like he had an earpiece listening to the watch
and
along.
back in the past,
He's like,
the
oh
adjustment.
shit, Yoke's on the bench.
yeah, and
oh, God, the pregnant man.
yeah,
what?
and not
You're talking
not,
about this pregnant man.
not
Is that
to,
me?
Yeah, no, not to besmirch his predecessor, but there would be times where you're like, all right, now's the time to take him out, and it would come 3 minutes later after something fell apart. He really had his finger on the pulse, and I thought it was great.
Even Yoke checking in the fourth quarter.
Perfect.
It was the exact play where you're like, all right, Yoke, check in now. Although I will say, I'm not sure if that's Adelman or Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic just
Yoke
decides.
might be
I
at the
mean,
level
honestly,
now.
at this point, it's the same person.
Well, I
so.
think there honestly might be a thing with him of hey, around the 8-9 minute mark, just when you're ready, get up.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. Yoke sees it
Well, I
as
mean,
well.
Yoke did make a sub last game.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Put DeAndre in the game.
That was great. And tonight he was officiating.
Yeah,
Tonight he took on a new role.
He was officiating.
Officials didn't realize everyone was supposed to get back at that clear path
you know,
foul.
gotta remind
get
him
there and be like,
sometimes.
hey, it's
Yeah.
clear path.
At some point,
Everybody
he's
out.
just screaming at himself. That was a foul.
He's totally
He
lost.
calls his own fouls.
It's like a Nathan Fielder experiment where he's just trapped in his own head now. His own giant
Like,
world.
what is he
We
doing
got a
there?
break 3, Kel? All right, let's keep plowing through here.
We should
then.
talk about Westbrook a little more.
Yeah.
a little more Westbrook love.
21 points, 3 of 6 from 3, 8 of 15 in 25 minutes. He had this crazy look in his eye when he checked into the game for the first time.
Oh, he rocked the baby tonight. Hell yeah.
Like he was not
Oh my
passing.
God, dude.
yeah, it was almost scary. I'm not
It
going to
was,
lie.
it was crazy. Like he was not gonna pass. And I mean, he ended up making pretty much every shot he took in that first half, so can't really blame him. But he was ultra aggressive from the second he checked in. He was talking shit. Write the report, Kel. Sorry, with Bogdanovich. Like that got him and the Nuggets going a little more too. So I mean, this is exactly what the Nuggets needed from Russell Westbrook. I mean, we were talking pregame, how do you reintegrate him? How much is too much? How little is too little? This was exactly the right amount.
Yep.
This was he was in full giveth, and I love the fact that he was trash
Full
talking,
giveth.
but it didn't become too much. Like it was never over the top because he had something with that Clippers bench the entire game. After every basket, he said something to them or he pointed at them. He's shooting at Bogey the entire time. Like he's doing everything out there, but it's all within the game. He also was in help side defense. This was a great defensive game for him, and it's not gonna go on the box score. But he's so athletic that he can take chances. He's I'm gonna send the double, high IQ. I'm gonna make sure that they get out of his hands and get back and rotate to mine. But him being in score mode and his shots falling. Now the Clippers are well, how do we defend that? If we can't just let him shoot threes the entire time, or if he's turning down the threes and he's banking mid ranges, what do we do here? I really do think that he was the right point of attack where I didn't smack my lips when he was taking shots.
No.
I'm oh, this is what Russell Westbrook
it was just me
doing what he wanted to do.
Loudly screaming no until he kept just splashing 3 after 3. Man, the Nuggets, this has been the hallmark of every good Nuggets run is there's just one dick, one guy that stands up. and
Got to
he's
write
just
a report for that.
I think that's okay. That's not on the 7.
All right.
You're good.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Never
There's
mind.
just one guy that just screams at the other team. It was Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
It was Bruce Brown, and now it's Russell Westbrook.
Mike
and
Malone.
It was Mike Malone, right? It was me at the TV. That didn't help at all. But this is they need that. They need that. It is so imperative for these mild-mannered Denver Nuggets to have the guy that will fire them up. And then you see Jamal Murray start to get it, mean mugging them, dunking and flexing, just playing around, trying to, they're just, it gets to a point where they start to intimidate the other team. And for whatever reason, it always takes them being pushed to be able to then push back. But they have the guy to push back with, and it's so important.
Him rocking the baby tonight was so
Oh,
funny,
my
man.
gosh.
So disrespectful.
That was old Russ. Just
really was.
trash talking. He's into the crowd, and I really don't think that we realize how well he's playing for that contract and
minimum.
what he. Nas Reed has anything if he has half that game, we're he's the craziest 6 man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, true.
Nas Reed's high in the playoffs is 12, and
Right.
you hear about it all the time. He had 21.
Yeah, he was
put
wild.
them to sleep. Rock the baby. He had a baby in the game. Who would have knew that you could bring your child to work?
on
he
theme.
went
that.
He went from giveth to baby rocker.
Baby rocking, trash talking, getting his team
Trash
into
talking
it.
baby rocker.
That's fun. That's what you bring to a team, and that gives you new life where you don't look at the Clippers as this is a scary team. He's I don't give a F about none of that they have going on over there. We're gonna trash talk, we're gonna talk our ish, and we're gonna play and win the game.
Yeah.
He's not doing too much right now.
We still have vote coming from the arena, and we have a bunch of super chats to get through. So this is something I'll kind of bring up, but we might talk more about on tomorrow's show, the off day show. One topic.
Stay tuned.
one topic for Game 6. They have made the adjustment of playing Bogdanovich a lot in the last 2 games. And last game, it was mostly because of they were so far back. Maybe it was this game too. But I think that's why we went from these 100 to 99 scores to this big one tonight is they're making the decision to be like, all right, we can't stop them. Can we outgun them? And tonight the answer was no, they could not. But when you look at the scoring outbursts, it's kind of funny that the Nuggets is super flawed roster, this Clippers roster that was so deep and has all these guys. They're like in the same boat as us now. They have to pick offense or defense.
Love it.
You know, and it's like
their real guys are
the Nuggets have
well.
the Nuggets have dragged them into the like, no, now you guys are just as compromised as we are, and you thought you weren't. Last one here, though, Nikola Jokic, because we haven't talked about him. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. I actually thought he was great. He just didn't make his shots tonight. But one thing that's just crazy about Jokic, man, his sense of what the game, it's a triple-double tonight, which is funny for a down game. He did not shoot the ball well. But his sense of, like, Murray has it going, why would I step outside these lines?
Totally.
And just at no point in this game did he get hyper-aggressive.
And they scored 131. They had 32 plus
Crazy.
points in every quarter. It's not like he really ever needed to.
Yeah.
He kind of sensed the game, felt the game. There were a couple weird moments where just he was like getting the ball stripped and couldn't really do anything against Harden in the post. That was an adjustment for the Clippers. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
But I just loved how he read it and let Jamal take the reins tonight like he should have done.
Yeah, quick hitters, guys, on Jokic.
Yeah, that's just him taking a back seat, and like that's a welcome sight for him, where he doesn't have to go all out the entire time. Someone else has it going on. Okay, I'm gonna like calm down. But he had timely baskets.
Yep.
When there was some momentum going, it's like I'm gonna throw up this wild shot. He had some crazy makes in the few makes that he had. And I'm like, what is that? But like you don't want him to have to do too much. If you said that he went 4 of 13 from the field, and you would think that they lost the game. That was one of their best games that they've had of this playoff series. I'll take that. Be ready for next game, where I bet he doesn't play like that again.
Yeah. Any quick Jokic take?
We don't know how to do quick hitters. This is the podcast.
Yeah.
Let us now go dive into the Super Chats. Vogt will be joining us from Ball Arena here shortly. Westbrook spoke. Murray is to speak soon. And, of course, the Adelman. But let's start plowing through.
75 of them.
Whoa.
Thank you, guys.
The chat is in postseason form.
Dev, you're up first.
Okay. Dev reads the. Oh, sorry. This is from Ryan B. Dev read this. Harden is Miss Nugs in 6. Oh.
Felix, hey, I got a kid in the back seat as we're driving to school in the morning. Would you tell him happy birthday?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Asa!
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday! Listen to your
Also,
father.
listen to your
You
father.
better listen to your father.
You
Let's
better
do that
listen
right
to your
now.
father, man.
That's what I would listen to.
He's a good man.
Big Juan!
Juan.
Super chat.
Never
Our
a
guy.
doubt.
Never a doubt.
We close this thing out. He's going to have to hop on.
Victor Bellu. Kawhi has 11 stocks this series. Jokic has 14. Who's the better defender? I'm also tired of stamping.
Didn't
So
even
glad
do
we don't
anything.
hear
Just the
anything.
vision. Or was he on the call?
I mean,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
told me
Oh,
all
Jeff
season
was on the
steals
bench.
don't
On the
matter.
bench,
so.
yeah.
We did get fully Van Gundy'd tonight.
Josh Burnett from Down Under. As an official Jamal guy, I feel
reborn.
reborn.
Fired up!
You are the official Jamal guy. You and D-Line. Big Honey, most 40-point playoff games in franchise history. He doesn't
that's
only show
right.
up for one game around this time of year. He's a playoff killer. Put some respect on Maul's name. LFG. Boys just need one more dub.
Isn't that crazy?
More.
Most 40-point playoff games in franchise history, 6.
And just a point of
you got
correction. They need 13 more wins.
13.
Oh, do we want to check that one?
Oh, yeah. Let's go to it.
Have we won the beast? You know what, though? You joke about there's 13 more, and there's a lot, but there is something to closing out a line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, to close out
Yeah.
that line.
We love
Next
doing
win,
we love doing lines.
have
Please
to-
close it out.
close it out,
Please.
baby.
One
God.
line after one.
Also, just thinking about the Pelts, Harden wasn't on that team in the bubble, right?
No.
No, it was Paul George. So you
No,
get-
that was like 6 teams
so they,
ago for him.
Jokic and Murray have never beaten Harden in a playoffs. It'd be a nice one to add to the list.
Yes.
Kelly V. Nuggets with a stellar win. Jamal was balling and flying around all night. Stay hungry and finish.
Hell yeah.
Diz, NBA got to do something about the reffing inconsistency. Game by game feels like watching a completely different set of rules.
Very
sometimes.
true. Tonight they called a lot of fouls,
Call it
and
tight.
Denver still won. That's what's so dope about
Can
it.
I tell you what the NBA is going to do about it?
Nothing.
Not one thing.
Not one thing.
They're going to give us Mark Davis next game.
Yeah, dude.
History Channel 5280. The Locked On guys have been so down on the Nuggets this series. I'll happily spend my time and money in the winner's lounge with the fellas.
Yeah,
Three
pregnant man,
pregnant
pregnant man. Hey, listen, we would never besmirch our
homies. Those are our homies.
brethren, but they are very negative.
Mitch Sims, when I eat a sandwich, we win. Never let me down. Crazy Abe. Finally, that's a team we knew was hiding in Ball Arena somewhere. So nice to see you guys again. I believe again. LFG, all the Nuggets are good. Project Dynasty is still alive. Wow.
baby.
Oh, I don't think it's. I don't think we can do.
I
call
think it
Project
died with
Dynasty
its
anymore. Yeah.
creator. Wilson the Ghost. Jokic's most underrated superpower is believing in Jamal Murray and all of his teammates.
Man, I like that. I kind of like it.
Hold up. Who is more?
I'd still say it's more passing though.
Who is more
I
upset
can't-
if the Nuggets win the championship this year? Calvin Booth or Michael Malone?
They, you know what's funny? They honestly, I think, would both get rings.
They would. Well,
They
is
could
it- is it
reject
up
it.
to the organization.
Yeah, I think the organization would probably be like, you know what, you guys helped us build this.
Like, gosh.
Can you imagine?
Weird. It'd be the
Malone
weirdest
gets
thing
another
ever.
tattoo. Genuinely nice people. Feels like first time this year we got to see the team we knew we had. Maul goes Colfax. I think
I don't
that's
think
the
that- I
wrong.
don't think he went Colfax
Yeah,
mode
he went the
tonight.
opposite of Colfax mode.
Yeah,
Harden
Harden
went
went
Colfax
Colfax mode today.
Brody
Yeah,
Givets,
yeah.
Yoke triple double, and then went Zeke.
We went
Zeke.
Zeke.
Yeah, no,
LG.
Murray went
We're all
Montview.
going Zeking. I like it. I
Murray
actually
went
like
straight
that.
Montview on everyone's ass.
We're going
Jay
Zeking.
Kell. Thank you, Jay Kell. Dean G, can't wait to hear from the national media talk about the
pods.
Clippers being so great after trailing for 95 of the last 96 minutes. Hey, ESPN, the starting five isn't too shabby. Diehard Dean with a chip on his
Dean!
shoulder.
Diehards.
Is
Yo, I
that,
love that.
Into a Dome
Diehards.
Dean as well?
We're hearing all the diehards that just came this
Dude.
week. I love it.
I love Dean crowning himself essentially the king of the die.
The king of the diehards.
Big Honey, look at Mall Man, so inspirational. Rob
inspirational.
Stennett, James Harden, 10-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA first team, 3-time scoring champ, future Hall of Famer. But I'd way rather have Jamal Murray.
Yeah, someone high, especially at this stage.
Teledan Hogan, Kochic era begins with team doing the heavy lifting.
Oh, I
True.
like it. He was
Ooh,
coach
okay.
tonight.
Yeah.
We're like giving Adelman props.
Yeah, with the H.
GGX gang, I don't want to take full credit for the win, but I have been wearing the same Jokic jersey for all 3 wins
Bro,
and a
take-
Murray and AG jersey for the losses.
Take your credit. You've earned it. Take
You
it.
see
Nash Sweden, good morning. Sun is shining here, and so are the Nugs.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Nugs.
Sun is shining.
Alejandro.
I bet it shines a long time in Sweden.
I'll be the bad guy. Tonight is dope, but you won game 5
Okay, get
last
outta
year.
here.
Job's not finished. Serious about making a finals run. End in LA. OKC is waiting.
That's true,
Job
though.
not
I mean,
finished.
first of
So
all,
true.
I can't do anything.
Okay, Dev's got to read this one. Big
From
sports
Big
guy.
Sports Guy. Big Zoo, Brown Shoe, Bird Flu. Nuggets in 6.
Bird flu. Bird flu.
Don't want to speak it into existence. Mac
That's why eggs are so
Carew.
expensive.
AD line, are we back?
No,
Are we back?
No, just
Yeah.
kidding. We're back. I'm kidding. Of course we're back.
Goron, I finally get it. Murray carefully hides his talent all season long just to be able to
Yes,
sucker
dude.
punch unsuspecting teams in the playoffs.
And his fan base.
Michael Porter Truther checking in. MPJ, 1 arm, 1 leg, 0
Zero
vertebrae,
He's
plus
out of
35
vertebrae.
legend.
I love it. He is all out of him.
Plus 35,
Oh, man. How'd
That's
Zach Levine
actually
do
insane.
tonight?
I
Oh.
think it's not 1 leg. It's probably more 1 foot.
I think he has some vertebrae.
He does. You know, he
couple.
took him out. He
Just
had
a
3
couple.
bird vertebrae.
All of them gone. All right, no vertebrae.
No vertebrae.
Ozark,
He's been,
Yodeler.
vertebrate.
he's been deveined like a shrimp.
Bubble Murray, playoff Murray. Nah, it's more like mukbang Murray.
That was a mukbang today.
That feels
He kept
dirty.
eating.
That feels filthy.
Jay Buntrock, when Ben Simmons airballed that 4-footer, I knew the
Bro,
Nuggets
that
To be
was
honest, he might not
insane.
play again. Like,
He
you-
might be just done.
And you know what's funny? He's been great, but
I know.
that shot is like,
It's
yeah,
tough to come back from that.
yeah.
Big Honey again. MPJ outscoring Harden last 2 games with only 1 arm
Insane.
and 0 grifting. Graham Geppert, hi Dev, sup Wind, hey Adam, hey D-Line. Vibes are higher than me when I had to East
Yeah.
when I had to East Colfax and go Colfax mode.
Hell yeah.
Great win, love y'all.
That's
a
pretty.
good one,
That's
Graham.
pretty goddamn high.
Andrew Bishop, the Russell Revenge Tour is on.
It's on.
It's a good song, baby.
Overtime real quick.
Everybody, if you're watching us on our fast channels, head on over to Overtime where we can curse. But we don't have to.
We kicked the shit out of
Oh
them.
my God. Fuck. It was crazy.
Dean
Sorry to
Hampton.
Asa on her birthday.
Yeah,
Ace on her
Asa.
birthday.
Listen to your dad.
Don't listen to overtime.
Our apologies.
Jamal, 43 points on one free throw. The man gives us ethical, free-range, grass-fed, organic buckets. Remind him.
Delicious.
Dude, those were some grass-fed buckets.
Delicious.
Nico Perez, amazing game by our guards tonight. You could visibly see how relieved and happy Jokic was to see Jamal ball out. He had his guy back. You and Roy, all the Nuggets are dogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's supposed
Hey,
to be
you know what?
dogs.
Dogs. He's not wrong, though, man. This is when you were saying they looked weird and lethargic, they looked like they had no dog in them.
Dogless.
They found the dog. Big sports guy, keep up the great work, y'all. Happy to be able to tune in from Chicago to follow our Nuggets. None of my friends are here. None of my friends here watch sports.
Oh,
Have
what
you
a
seen your
bummer.
sports teams?
I know, right? If I lived in Chicago, I'd be more
I had
like
to watch Zach
I'd be probably
Levine.
more of a video game guy.
Devout, Yokogamis, Lumi, love you guys in this community. Hit the like, fam.
Love
Thank
it, man.
you.
Love the
Love
community.
you back, man.
CJ Jones, D-Line's best friend. Looks like I don't get to watch games for a while. They're 0-2 these playoffs in games I watched.
Man, that's tough.
3-0 in games I don't. So
Everyone
I
has to
will
do
be
their part.
enjoying Game 6 with the watch-along boys. LFG.
Dude, I'm telling
The
you, I
watch
have
along,
I have
man.
an uncle who literally does that. He walks into his bedroom, keeps the door open so he can hear the game, but will not watch it because
That's some commitment.
it's like neurotic. I'm like, man, you are nuts.
But watching the watch-along means you're not watching the game.
That's true.
I really can't believe so many people are hitting me up about watching the watch along.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
People that I did not suspect would
Really?
watch the watch along are all in on it.
Former
Nobody-
President Barack Obama.
Watch along. Watch
Dwayne
along.
the Rock Johnson.
He hit us up.
That's
Go
crazy. All
here,
the
man.
people
You
that are
could be in the
watching.
same one. Go into it the next watch along, and you're alongside those people.
Unbelievable.
Kate Middleton.
Wow.
I know, just very random.
Damn.
Very random.
Russell Crowe.
Why
I
not?
was watching. Oh my god.
That's right.
Just the guy you grabbed. Dev, Adam, Eric, Brendan, even Kale. Not me, apparently. You guys are in playoff analyst and production mode. Don't sell yourselves short. Love you guys.
And sell yourself.
I must not be in playoff
There's
mode.
so
Even
much. There's
hell.
so much to love.
I thought
First
I
of
had
all,
a good night tonight, too.
I love that he
Damn.
forgot when. I loved all the shout out. I also loved that his name just grabbed the guy.
But also, he said vote who he did not see. He went out of his way to add Kale.
Yeah.
Went out of his way to
I
make
must
sure.
have had a bad.
Hey,
I thought I was
sell
good
yourself
tonight.
short,
I
man.
thought I was good.
Yeah, you
But I
would-
love
you-
that super chat.
You've had better nights, Wind. I'll tell you that.
That's good. Yvonne, this just shows you how strong this team is when Murray is on. His consistency and good role players is what we need for championship. It's not a lot.
What we've been saying, man, like, listen, you go through the dark times, but you have to remember what this team has. Whether or not they give it to you, completely different
Michael
story.
Myers, this was Jamal's best career game. His defensive intensity and discipline was fantastic. My bracket has Nuggets in 6, so they better show up.
And that's coming from a killer.
Dang, yeah. A mythical killer.
Christian
from the
Brown,
movies.
lover. Jamal Murray with the ultimate ethical buckets game.
Oh, I love this.
43 with one free throw. Christian with his best Rodman impression. First timer super chatting. Love y'all.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you,
man.
man.
Hell yeah.
Christian Brown lover.
Maddox, Peyton Watson's defense was quietly a lot better.
It was.
Was.
He started off a little rough and then, super sticker. Hot
Super
dog with
sticker,
ketchup.
hot dog with ketchup.
Hell yeah, dude.
Home
Basic
team
hot dog.
72. I overlooked one overlooked aspect of this game is Westbrook's defense. It seems like every time he
Yes.
was on the floor, he wanted the person with the ball at all times.
Yo,
All
he,
Nuggets
uh,
he had that huge steal, or what led to that huge steal.
I mean, this is a revenge series for Russell Westbrook, but
Yes,
like,
it is.
he really was taking it personal tonight.
Yeah. 5-5-5-5-5-ish. Let's go. All the Nuggets are good. 6 minutes, 30 seconds down. Only 48 minutes, 30 seconds till 55.
Oh, man.
This level of play is
Yikes.
enough to go toe-to-toe with anyone. Adelman trusted the bench more, and it paid off.
I mean, if they win the title, it's like the only conceivable way we're going to get.
They got to get to
If
the
they win the
finals, I
title
think.
and there's 50 minutes of garbage time.
Let's
Vote.
go to the arena for some voting time. 6-5. Vote one thing I saw you tweet out. Can you hear us yet or not? Yeah. Vote one thing I saw you tweet out that I want to ask you about. You kept saying it was loud in there tonight. Take us inside. What was the energy like?
Yeah, a note I wanted to hit, guys, because I thought there was a lot of talk about how loud it gets it into a dome or how loud it doesn't get. Pumped crowd noise, uh, playoff debut, the wall, all that stuff. And I just kept thinking about that Anthony Edwards quote where he recently said, "Loud, man, I played in Denver." And, this arena isn't built acoustically to dominate the way some are. Intuit Dome certainly is. Vivint is like this in Utah. But these fans don't need any gimmicks, man. They get really, really, really loud in here.
Hell
and
yeah.
when the Nuggets played like a team for maybe the first or longest sustained stretch that they had all year, when they threw some exclamation points on that, the crowd did not miss a beat. It was deafening, and it was really exciting to be here, man. It was the night everyone hoped they were going to have on the Denver side when they walked into Ball Arena.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
All right, we heard from David Adelman, who called that Jamal doing what Jamal does, but then added that he thought the team did a great job getting him loose. Notably, other guys setting really great screens. I personally thought, guys, that Jamal relocated really well off those screens, but how often was Jamal wide open? And how rarely is that the case in a playoff series, especially with stout defenders? So Adelman credited the screen setting. Personally, guys, I'm going to credit Murray's relocation on top of that. And of course, as Adelman said, some of the shots he made were just absolutely ridiculous. He was born for this.
Reborn?
He was reborn for this. Yeah! That's right. I think that's exactly what he said. He talked about Russell Westbrook coming in and being incredibly impactful. He said the special thing about Russ is actually how stubborn he is, especially when he gets it rolling. It all just, all of it, right? The scoring, the defense, the energy, it all just kind of adds up. And he says, look, we all know that people need to step up to win a fourth game here. Bottom line, they need people off the bench to step up. So whether it's Russ, he said, or Peyton or Julian, who he threw out there, whoever gets minutes, whoever gets a look, they're going to have to step up for the Nuggets to make it out of this series. He thought guys have responded really well mentally with each other. He think you have to have extremely honest conversation in these playoff games. And he said, look, not every season is supposed to be this pretty Disney movie or something. This is the NBA. We had injuries. Things got negative for a bit. I feel like the story is really being trying to be written in a negative way, Adelman said, and keep trying. He says, I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the series, but I've seen guys be very impactful mentally with each other. So I asked him, does he think that this is a basketball team again? He said, I already thought that. I think we came together when we had those 3 games left to go, and if we didn't, we'd be at home right now. And he also wanted to credit Christian Braun, who he thought was incredible, and the 3 that he hit at the end of the quarter was just absolutely enormous. And, guys, that's one of those crowd pops I was tweeting about. It was so loud in here after he hit that 3 and then deflected the full court pass. So Christian Braun certainly putting his impact on this game. We heard from Russell Westbrook, who just gratitude. Grateful to be back, grateful to be on the floor, grateful to have a chance, having fun playing basketball. He was asked if this is still fun for him, and we got maybe my favorite quote of the night. He says, before every game, I tell myself to go and have as much fun as I can. And then he paused and he said, my fun may not look the same as everybody else's. Maybe it's not always smiles. Maybe I'm getting in people's faces. But that's fun to Russell Westbrook, guys. And he had a lot of fun jawing with the Clippers tonight. Also, we spoke with Jamal Murray, of course, who I thought was really insightful, but a dull tone. He didn't get too excited. It was a very businessman-like presser from Jamal Murray, who said that was a really, really good team win. Obviously, he felt good about how he played, but he felt like guys stuck together, were able to figure things out together. They had a lot of responses. He said everybody was in a really good rhythm tonight. It's a big reason we got the win, that everybody was playing with confidence. He talked about Christian Braun's confidence raising. He goes, you're seeing things. He goes, if you go back and you watch Christian's highlights from his rookie year, they look different than they look now. He's hitting mid-rangers. He's putting it between his legs. He's hitting step backs. The confidence has been a lot of fun to watch. But also, how about a third-year guard guarding a Hall of Famer the whole way? Murray is really impressed with Christian Braun.
These guys love Christian, man. It's kind of funny. They really like him. They really believe in him.
Jamal and Jokic, I think, Christian has done everything he can to ingratiate himself in the eyes of, the two most important players in this organization. So job well done on Christian there. Probably a good way to stick around. You know what I mean? On Mike, he said, to be honest, it's less about being on the court, making or missing shots. He's really engaged. Everybody is on the same page right now. Everybody knows what to expect from each other right now. And that goes a really, really long way. He had a fun note that he says, it's funny, I get some good defenders on me year after year in the playoffs. And after a while, you get to sort of start to build a relationship with those guys. You're talking trash a bunch. You're picking up on each other's tendencies. You're countering each other's counters. And it gets fun over the years, he said. Finally, on the Nuggets crowd playing in front of him, he said it's amazing. It's a lot of fun to kind of involve the crowd like that. They get us going. They think that they're just coming to watch a game. But when they're riled up and cheering, that means a lot to us. It's all you can ask for from the city. It's a lot of fun to go and have that same interaction over and over again, even sometimes with the same fan, he said. Sometimes I'm getting pumped and I look up and I go, oh, shit, you were here last night. So just some fun.
Probably courtside Dave.
Courtside
Yeah,
Dave.
I mean, let's be honest.
It's
we know
courtside
who it
Dave.
is. Yeah, we know. Who it is.
Ryan Mordecai. Come on.
Yeah, we know all these people now, right? And then lastly, on Westbrook, he said, it's really, really fun to have someone else yelling at the crowd too. So guys, it was some real team energy, some real fellas energy from the Denver Nuggets in a wire-to-wire blowout win here in Game 5. Fingers crossed it looks a little different than the way that Wolves series wrapped up last year.
Yeah, Vogt, one question for you before you get out. The Clippers looked pretty spiritless tonight. Like, they were very low energy. But, you can't always see the bench and all that kind of stuff. Did you observe anything from them? It just did not feel like a must-win game to them for some reason.
It did kind of feel that way. I mean, look, I did not go into their locker room. I will say, it's on the other side of the press lounge. Really quiet. Sometimes you can hear those guys cheering and talking or even fighting. You could not hear a peep from the Clippers locker room tonight. Look, I think every game in this series has proven to be its own thing. Every time you feel like you've gotten figured out or the momentum, right now it seems like it's all Nuggets. I think we know, guys, that with one game it could be all Clippers again. But the truth is I'm picking up on what you're putting down. It seems like the Nuggets are sensing the moment. It seems like the Clippers are feeling some pressure.
Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait to read what you wrote, Vogt. Get home safe.
My pleasure, fellas. See you soon.
All right, what do we have? 50 more Super Chats?
We're not even a third of the way.
All right, lock in.
Lock in. The homies are out tonight, man.
Bro,
They're feeling it.
They're feeling it.
You could technically keep us on the show as long as you want.
We would never go home.
Carrot Hammer, hey, Adam's computer is back, just like our nugs.
Brother, notice.
Okay.
You noticed.
Still don't know what the carrot hammer's all about. Gonna have to wait.
We'll never know.
We'll never
Justin
know.
Calvert cracking one open for David Leonard Adelman tonight.
Let's
this
go.
man is even keel unfazed, now coaching one of the best coaches in the league.
I'm telling you, if you could go toe-to-toe with Ty Lue and that versatile roster,
yeah.
The small detail of that last chat. Best coaches in the league, in quotes. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Craig Fisher came into the bar tonight and met you guys. So much fun. I work in mental health, and the way sports brings people together never
Yes.
ceases to amaze
Strong
me.
agree.
This is what it's all about. Vibes on point. Jamal Murray
It's
is
so
the
true.
truth.
And thank God you came during a win because it can swing violently in the other direction.
Sometimes that sentence doesn't work in losses.
Like you could get a lot more clientele on a bad night.
Good to meet you, though, man. Thanks for coming
been
up.
Awesome to see people come into the bar.
Yeah.
We've
Love
been
it.
seeing a lot of new.
If you
homies.
come in,
That's been
hit us
dope.
up. We'll bring you up, give you the tour.
Yeah, this one's for you.
All right, this is from Cherokee Max. Hurricane, muck and bang, one arm hang. Pregnant Maine in 6.
that was great.
Oh, that's good.
That was a really good one.
Thank God Harrison didn't read that. That wouldn't have to
Thank
punch
God,
up.
man. Cole Bressler, seeing CB and Harden is heartwarming. Love to see a father involved in his son's life. Tom Stewart, playoff Murray has arrived. Russ was hooping. Solid games from MPJ, Joker, AG, and CB. It was nice not to have a stressful ending for once. All the Nuggets are good. All DNVR podcasters are
Hell
good.
yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really
Hey,
appreciate
you were
it.
included
Andre
in that
stinks, by the way.
13 to go. Nuggets in 6.
LFG.
Yvonne, James Harden, gift that keeps on giving. You can always count on his Project Bullshit game or two that will bring you a dub. Love from Serbia.
Thank God that
Hey.
super chat didn't make it or didn't come into
That would've hit
overtime.
RWK.
Hey, by the way, we had these two Serbs come in today for a rakia and a Joker drink.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, you guys, podcast this or that. No, they're just Serbs.
Yeah, I
That's
just
totally cool. You know?
It was actually so cool.
Yeah.
And then they were super into it.
I'm
It was
just
awesome.
tickled by the idea that Serbians walk around being like, "Oh, where am I going to get some rakia?"
And it's the DNVR
they're
bar.
just attracted to the Rakia
Yeah,
naturally.
dude.
They just
Shout out
they
to those
Drive
two.
us by,
wound
just
up
walking,
here.
sniff, dude.
walk into bars
Is that-
and just scream.
Is that Rakia? Pear. Right? RWK David Dadelman. Shout out AG. DJ was a +2.
Hey, there you go.
J. Cal, I
David
feel
Dadelman.
revitalized seeing playoff Murray grace us with his presence. Nuggets in 6. We blow them out. Clippers always crumble. The Adelman better than T-Lou.
You know, here's one thing is that players, coaches, from everybody, it's like their family watch. Sometimes do they watch? I think sometimes, but their family does.
Oh, yeah.
And just imagine David Adelman's like nephews and stuff.
It's like,
They're,
oh,
and they're like,
hey,
what do
what's
they
up,
say?
pregnant man?
They're calling
They're
you
like-
a pregnant man.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, they like you. They like
said
you.
you gave birth to the Nuggets.
They like you though, but it is weird.
The thing is, Adelman has proven already to be very online. Even his quote after the game.
If that's the case, I'd like to.
He's probably in the
I'd like
chat.
to take this opportunity to personally apologize to David Adelman for the pregnant man. Just
Like,
kidding, it's
that's
incredible.
you.
Certified Adelman.
Not do it again.
Wilson the Ghost. Michael Tis but a scratch Porter Jr.
It's so true. Gets that man some duct tape.
He's wearing a diaper on his shoulder. Toko Geta. Rebirth, alive and strong. Russ driving the ambulance down Colfax mode. MPJ shouting push, push. And Jamal with the C-section precision.
I mean,
tonight.
again, David Adelman, I'm so sorry.
Just incredible.
Way too far.
We have taken it
Well,
way.
we have 13 more games of this.
Oh, God.
Potentially. Michael Porter Truther answering my question from earlier. Zach LaVine career average in the playoffs plus minus minus 10.3.
Poor
MPJ
Zach
better.
LaVine. Michael is still in that crosshairs.
Zach
of Michael
LaVine
Porter
can never come to Denver. RP
Still
43.
being attacked by these people.
Talk smack about Jamal again. Just paying my tax.
Hell yeah.
There you
Respect. Michael Porter Truther. MPJ as a
Quadriplegic would wheel himself out onto the court into a hospital bed and outscore James Harden with his teeth.
bro.
JS Banger, taketh my money. Now let's
No,
start
you
game
can take
6
over,
in
Dylan.
giveth
There you
mode.
go. That's how it works.
Polly Piggy Bew.
Point to you.
Thank you, David Adelman, for taking Russ out in the 4th so we could close it out. Unsure my nerves would survive 4 series of Russ. Nuggets in 6, little underhanded, but we'll take
Yeah,
it.
we'll
Thank
take
you.
it. Little negative.
Aron Sanchez, the Brody experience is wild. Hot take. West and MPJ had some words, then AG stepped in and ended up with the fat lip and fucked up eye. Sure.
All right.
GGX Gang HQ. Shout out Adam Silver for banning the terrorists. I don't what?
ref.
This
Natalie
feels like
Sago.
She is a bad ref.
She is a terrible ref.
I wouldn't
but
say
it's
she's
okay.
a terrorist, though.
Yeah, that's just she is a bad ref.
Justin Calvert or Calvert. Clips fans coveting thy neighbor's point guard right now. It's a sin. It's a mortal sin. Maddox. Plus 34 at a 16-point win. Porter Jr.
I love it. We have Porter stands.
Whatever. Jeremy J-Rock Michael. Just getting home. We are so back. Fired up, Kale.
Fired up, Kale.
Actually, it just says fire it, Kale.
Fire. Oh, wait. Fire Kale. Oh,
Fire Kale.
oh, this one's tough.
Yvonne,
That's tough. Sorry, Kale.
When Jamal has burst
the
in
rule.
his legs, you know he will have a great game. He had that open lane
Yeah,
dunk.
right. Good
His
take.
consistency and form and health is what we need for trophy. Jeremy J-Rock Michael literally yelled, "We want Zeke minutes." I swear DA looked at us with a nod when it happened. Pregnant man, Sly, wham bam, bum Simmons. That was like 8 thoughts in one sentence.
Next game, just go, pregnant man.
Pregnant man. Just scream the pregnant man.
Just make
be
the
like,
eye contact.
Just
Make
be like,
sure he knows.
David Adelman, you've got a beautiful pregnant glow. The Fox Prince, finally, a score that actually tells the story of the game. Fellas, we are so unbelievably back. Always an honor to wield the DNVR Bar cowbell.
Wield it.
She was
We have
down
a
there.
cowbell?
Yeah, dude, you wouldn't know. Don't worry about it.
We have a
It's our
cowbell.
girl.
The Fox Prince again. Also, James Softon is so cooked. I love it. Instead of Harden.
Yeah.
I got
Uncle
that.
Rico's Revenge. Crow never tasted so good. Keep proving me wrong. Arrow. Jay, I would personally like to thank Maul on behalf of Denver sports fans because if both the Nuggets and Avs were up for elimination at the same time on the same day, it would be too much. Nuggets in 6, Avs in 7.
I'm telling you right now, if the Avs,
I just
Thursday's going to be a great day at the DNVR Bar, man.
Lee Anderson, Nuggets, knowing this could be their last ride together and winning games purely off the power of friendship brings a damn tear to my eye.
I love
Sheldon, new diehard. Hell yeah.
Sheldon, let's go.
Love listening to you guys. Remember when Chris Lamix tried to say the Nuggets B-ball is not interesting? Worst take ever. When the Nuggets play this well, it is a thing of beauty. Fired up.
He is among the worst, man.
I know.
It's just so lame.
Christian Barber. That was a radio dub. Listening to Jason Kosminski late night at the work, so much better than when the Nuggets play. Let's wake up the sleeping beast.
There it is. I love it. All the hits.
Carrick Stevens. Jamal was undeniable tonight. You could feel his energy in the arena more than any game ever from the start. Electric. Go Nugs. Kyle M. Hey, Dev.
What up, Kyle?
Sir Sketch, OG from the past, checking in. Let's go Nuggets. We've missed you, Sir Sketch.
Yes, Sir Sketch.
Boy's dad was worried when the lead got up to 20 for the first time. Fortunately, Murray was back, began to pull the bow, but put the arrow back in his quiver.
I love it.
Yeah, he faked us out. That. Owen Parker, Murray scoring, CBD, MPJ hitting, and a Westbrook 50-50 game, and Nugs are champs. Jokic 15 points and triple dub with the boys, and we are parade bound. All the Nuggets are good.
All the Nuggets are good.
Nate doing the things. Thanks, gents. Think the dick slides. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's some joke we made that we don't even remember. Super dope hip hop. Jamal 11 most points per game of any player ever. 28 or younger in the playoffs. Minimum 70 games. At 24.2. Too many numbers. For this playoffs, now he's 25, 6, 5, 2 stocks, 48, 45, 93.
Sounds impressive, I think.
God damn. Teens on acid, our homie.
Oh.
Feels like I might be booking flights.
Oh, man, I hope so, dude. Get out here.
Josh Barnard from Down Under. Looks like we got an Aussie sandwich. Ben Simmons should go back to playing rugby league. Oh, yeah.
He's also dogging on his fellow Aussie.
For shame. I mean, shout out Pregnant Man. The subs have been on point.
On point.
Yvonne, just when I thought I can't wait us to trade Jamal. He gives us this reminder of how good he is. And I'm always thinking if we trade him, we're going to end up like the Bucks when they trade Drew for Dame. Bad luck. I agree. Micah Chacon. I told everyone at work it was Jamal's night tonight. Put my Murray jersey on and believe. Fire it the fuck up, Kale. Maple Mamba, baby. Mr. Exquisite Nugget. CB, greater than Harden. Kawhi, Dev. It's Nuggets in 6. All the Nuggets are super dope hip hop. I bet it's going to be a bunch more numbers. 5 ever, 24 plus points per game, 6 plus assists per game, playoffs, minutes, minimum 70 minutes. Braun, Joker card, Jerry, where's Curry, Jamal Murray, and if you make it 50 games, it adds only Luka and Dame, Joker Maul duo. Whoo!
What the hell just happened there?
Bro, you guys remember the super dope hip hop one that sent me over the edge that one time?
You just couldn't handle it. Is this the last one? Lee Anderson? Yep. Lee Anderson. David. Back in the Saddleman. David, ride into Battleman. Yeah. David, never Rattleman, except for that last game. Nuggets at 6, let's go!
Let's go. Oh my God, fellas.
What a night.
This day, you can hit that outro music, Kale. This day, you walk into game 5 and you're just like, you have hope, but you have a little fear, a little anxiety. And this game went as good as we could have possibly hoped. It went the exact way that would have been most encouraging. Jamal Murray, after a 2-year hiatus, is back to this form. Man, could not be better. It was fun celebrating it, analyzing it with you fellas, with all of you fellas and ladies in the chat. This was incredible. But we're back tomorrow.
Scott Fiskey says we missed his chat. Just type it again. I'll read it. Type it in here really quick. I'll read it. Kale's looking for it. We don't want a single chat to go unfired.
We would never want
unread.
There's like a 30-minute wait though between our actual
this is really gonna put the old end time. We already got the outro music.
Just type it
I just said, type it again. Type it again. We'll read it. In the meantime, finish your closing soliloquy.
I
Adam.
was.
he was
We were
done.
saying we have tomorrow. There's a show. You always got to catch our off day shows. Thursday, come to the bar. There's not going to be a better place. Nuggets and Avs, so you're going to want to make your reservation early or just show up. You can get standing room only. It's going to be an incredible time.
It's so fun.
Plan your week around the Nuggets. That's how you should do it. But come to the bar,
I planned
man.
my life around the Nuggets, and
We
so
had
far
some
it's working
first-timers here
pretty
today.
Good.
Yep.
They were like over the moon, man. They were over the moon. It didn't come in. All right, we got to go. We got to wrap. We gave him a shot.
Scott.
We gave him a shot.
Scotty.
Everybody hit that like button first on the way out. See ya.
Let's go home.
We all silly like the mayor.